This is the defendant, J.R., who employs Miss Case. He contends that Miss Case fell down the stairs due to her own negligence. He says his company meets very high safety standards and that an employee must also assume responsibility for his or her own well-being. Who's right? Well, let's see as the litigants tell their side of the story.
Miss Case, would you tell how your accident occurred?
Certainly, Your Honor. I was going about my job, as I usually do, when I realized I had some boxes to be sent out to our other branches. So I was hurrying down to the shipping department with them when I guess I slipped on something on the stairs and fell. I'm lucky I didn't break my neck, but I did tear my stockings and get a few bad bruises.
Do you have any proof of your injuries?
Your Honor, I am Dr. Peters, and I did examine this case most thoroughly at the time. And I can assure you that she had a rather large ecchymotic area around her gluteus maximus. In my professional opinion, she could have been much more seriously injured than she was at this particular time.
J.R., do you have anything to add to Miss Case's story?
Yes, Your Honor. I agree that Ms. Case was lucky she wasn't most seriously hurt. However, I believe she was the chief architect of her own fall. For one thing, Ms. Case was not wearing safe shoes the day of her injury.
Your Honor, I object. I always wear the same type of shoe and never have any trouble walking. In fact, this is Herbert, my footwear vendor.
Why, yes, sir, Your Honor. I only sell the best. In fact, how would Mrs. Wapner like a pair of these beauties?
Thanks, Herb. I think the judge gets the picture.
Could I show you something in a small public?
Your Honor, our concern is not just the style of shoe Ms. Case was wearing, but the fact that the rubber tip at the end of the heel had come off. Without the tip, it's very difficult to maintain your footing, even on flat surfaces.
That's right, Your Honor. I found this here shoe in Miss Case's very own wastebasket on the same...
Labeled Exhibit A. And Miss Case, is that your shoe?
Shoe? I did notice the rubber was gone, but I'm not sure when that happened. I decided the heels weren't worth fixing, so I threw the shoes away and wore my running shoes home.
That was in perfect condition when I sold it.
Your Honor, I don't think you quite understand what a good worker Miss Case is at her job. Why, she's the most conscientious worker. In fact, the day she fell, she was carrying quite a load.
That's right, Judge. And if I may, I'd like to present Exhibit B.
What's this?
Your Honor, Ms. Case is an excellent worker. However, she should never have attempted to carry a load such as this.
Now, Miss Case, didn't you think to take just a few boxes or use a dolly to move them?
Well, the dolly was being used and the elevator's just too slow. Oh, but I did ask for help, but everybody was too busy.
That's right, sir. Courtney asked me to help her, but I couldn't leave the office. Someone has to be there to answer the phones all the time.
That's right, and I always have to do it.
So you see, it wasn't my fault.
Don't you people have any guidelines for your employees on lifting and carrying techniques?
By all means.
Your Honor, excuse me, Your Honor, if I may. Miss Case, isn't it a fact that on April 1st, only 3 weeks before the date of the injury, you attended a safety awareness meeting? And the subject that day was slips, trips, and falls.
Well, yes.
Mr. Mumbo Jumbo.
That's Columbo, Your Honor.
Whatever. I'm running this court proceeding now, if you don't mind. Now, Miss Case, is it true that 3 weeks before your injury you attended a safety awareness meeting?
Well, yes, I did attend some safety meetings. But, you know, I used to be a waitress once, and I got very good at balancing all sorts of meals at the same time. Well, they always said I was like a juggler.
Judge, I'm sure you understand that we don't expect our employees to do balancing acts at work.
Okay, but what does your company do to prevent slips and trips and falls on the job?
Well, if we could have some assistance, Your Honor, our safety coordinator can answer that best.
Your Honor, I would like to show you, with the help of my charts, exactly what our safety standards are. Our stairwells are the proper width and meet all safety requirements. We have stair treads that are Texas big. Why, she'd have to want to fall down. They're so safe. In fact, this chart shows how our accident rate has fallen off with the use of these treads. We instruct our employees on the lifting and moving of heavy objects. We also have safety equipment such as dolly and the elevator. This is another factor which reduces our accident rate. Our handrails, which are so finely and beautifully polished, make you want to reach out and touch them. We also employ on a regular basis a very fine and reputable cleaning company.
Officer!
Ma'am, I'm not an officer. I'm a judge. Now, what do you want?
Officer, I am the cleaning company that takes care of viewing components, and I don't want anybody insinuating that I don't do my job. Why, I keep that company spotless. Sure looks like you could use a better job around here, though.
Order!
You're gonna ruin the finish on that furniture. Let me give it a little polish. I want to give it a little polish.
Lawrence, that's enough.
Judge, Your Honor, I can't understand what you're saying when you cover your face like that.
I need to break now and take a short recess. Oh. Well, the way I see it, the issue in this case is whether the plaintiff has proven negligence on the part of Ewing Components. Now, there's no doubt that Ms. Case had a bad fall as she was performing a regular work assignment. However, there's no reason to suspect that the Ewing Components Company contributed to the accident through negligence. The evidence shows that the company provides safety strips on the stairs, proper transport equipment, and proper handrails. It also maintains a reliable cleaning company which follows a regular cleaning schedule. So, what do you think? Should everyone take some initiative to assure his or her own safety on the job?
Well, it looks like the judge wants each of us to come to our own conclusions about the case. What do you think? Is safety the employer's or the employee's responsibility? Well, that question wraps up another session of Safety Court. I'm Lois Fain, thanking you for joining us and reminding you that if you have a safety problem, don't ignore it. Take it to your safety committee so that you don't end up in safety court.